Rose.
We're almost live. It says we're going live. I love how it says that. And then it says you're live. Feels like we're on a radio station, but nobody's listening. We're on a not even a college campus radio station. We're like at a preschool radio station.
Yep.
They don't even know how to turn on the radio. They're like, what's a radio?
What's a what?
Old
I
thing.
don't understand.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For 0 listeners.
Yep.
Because I know Grandma's still
How
sleeping.
is everybody?
How is everybody? Yep. So today we're going to talk about crypto stuff or blockchain, smart contract, NFT. I don't know. We still got to come up with a better descriptor than cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But not as confusing as the words blockchain, smart contract, NFT. You know, I think they invoke feelings of complexity and stuff that people don't understand, right? I mean,
yep. Yeah. It gets confusing and you just shut down.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I used to think. I mean, like, oh yeah, that's cute. Cool. Yep.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are feelings I don't like.
Yep. So but today it's been a sad last couple days. But I think overall, let's look. I didn't bring that one up. I do like to put things. I wish they had a better comparison. I've seen people bring up a comparison of the stock market versus Bitcoin. SP 500. And my fingers are so sleepy this morning. It's gonna be
they're
lazy.
Still recovering from the loudness.
The loudness, the shock. No, I recovered pretty well from that this time.
You did.
I don't have a headache or anything. Last time it really hurt my ears, like that one time a long time ago. We had technical difficulties this morning with our audio. It glitched out, and then I think it tried to resolve itself all at once.
And in your head?
In my head, yes.
Like,
it was not cool.
My head is between this.
And then it just kept beeping afterwards. It was bad. So nothing that a good reboot couldn't take care of. Yeah. See, my clicks are still a little off. Let me switch to the other angle. So back to this. Let's pull this guy off. And then we'll drop that over here. And let's look at market cap, which would kind of give us an idea of how everything's flowing. And what do we got? 6 months?
The SPF 500
that
is not showing up on your... Okay.
There's nothing. Thank you for letting me know. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here for you.
I know. You have been a great broadcasting partner.
Well, I wouldn't say great. I'm okay.
Yeah, you just blast my ears with horrible noise.
I just make sure you're awake.
Wow, that's almost the exact same pattern right there. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do. It's like a little cat or a dog or something. The ears.
Yeah, the rest of it is not much of a match.
It's kind of similar. What's happening? Oh, well, this is like
we'd be here.
That's July, yeah. There's like a little dip at the same time.
I can't do 2 mice at the same time because I don't want to be over here at the same time. Kind of cool. Yeah. We did look into that. We got to re-look into that software where you can use your mouse on my screen at the same time.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, in general, I mean, when probably the S&P dips, crypto dips 8 times as hard.
Yeah.
And when it goes up in the S&P side, it goes up, and we'll say 3 times as hard. No, it's just funny. But overall, it's gone up a lot. But still, right now, we are being affected by the unrest in, what would that be? The east? Yes, unless you go the other way, then it'd be the west. But over in Ukraine and Russia area. So
Yeah,
that's what
I think
is
that's still
affecting this
considered
right
the
now.
East.
What'd you say?
I said I believe that's considered the East.
Yeah, but if you're on, I wonder if you would, if you're in California, would you say the West because you'd be closer from that point of view? It's interesting, but
No.
yes, for us, for you definitely.
Yeah.
But
Well, I when I lived in Washington, I think it was still the East. It's
all
just the
right, so
long
just
road.
once you're in the United States, then it's
Yeah.
the East.
Everything is east from the
Everything is
United
East. You don't go
States.
West. I guess West would be
Unless you're going to
Japan or
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah. But, so that's probably why we have a little bit of this, and then on top of it, if you look at 5 year, we've been on a long uptrend.
Hmm.
People need to really pay attention to that in general. I mean, the war, not the war, the conflict, because I don't think it's a war yet, but whatever's happening over there definitely is influencing it, but it's still, I think it's time. And if we come here, we won't have as big of a chart. I need to go all.
That's a
It
little.
just looks crazy, so
Hmm.
it's new. I mean, everybody started paying attention here, and then everybody really started paying attention here. So cool. That's our money part of the recap. What do you take from that? Who cares? That's what I take from it. It doesn't have anything to do with programming. I guess it does a little bit. If the money flows into the projects, then there will be new stuff to build, right? So if nobody's investing in it, then or putting their money in it or wanting to build things, then there's not going to be any programming to do, and we will be covering something else. So, um, but until then, I still think we got some use cases for blockchain and smart contracts today. So let's go back over here. Ooh, you saw our notes.
Oh
Sneaky.
no.
Turn that back off.
Did you say cheeky?
No, I said sneaky.
Sneaky. I was like, it was kinky or cheeky.
Yeah.
Totally skipped right over sneaky.
So,
That makes way too
that's funny. Now you got me thrown off because it's sneaky.
Sorry.
All
I,
right.
this
Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say I'm tired and so I can't stop talking,
Oh,
clearly.
that's fine. No, 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 no. It's the fact that we got you talking on our Saturday thing more now, and now you feel like it's just like your
Yeah,
show, and you're
it
just
is. It's
taking
the Darcy
over.
show.
Yep, it's the Darcy show. But today we're gonna be talking about minting eventually. Maybe we're done at in 50 minutes, and we're still taking our break in 20.
Hmm.
So be prepared if you happen to get on. I think that playback was us checking ourselves. But yeah, I got a number. It says 1 over there on our analytics. I came across this, and I haven't read it yet, but the title was an instant grab. Today we're going to be minting an NFT. We've been talking about NFTs. We've been talking about smart contracts, and we've been talking about the blockchain mostly on this channel. And this right here is very interesting. So what we have is a company that offers a 24-hour vending machine where you can buy it with regular fiat currency. And for those that don't know what fiat currency is, it's just regular dollars or whatever your, I guess, local currency would be, depending where you're
I was
listening.
gonna ask.
Huh?
Thank you. I was gonna ask, so
What
thank you
fiat
for
meant?
the
Yeah.
yeah.
It would mean like, wherever you're at, your currency.
Hmm.
Like I just think of it as like paper currency, coin currency.
Okay.
Um, how are you buying these? So who is the company first of all? Let's give them
It's a
oh go ahead.
is Solana not isn't that similar to
Ooh, it's quiz
open
time. What's Solana?
I don't know, I was gonna Google it.
Okay, cool. Google it and get back to me. I know what it is. It is something very like this one.
It says it's a public blockchain platform with smart contract functionality.
Yes, it is another blockchain.
Its native cryptocurrency is SOL. Yep.
Where do you think it ranks in the blockchains? As far as this fake market value thing that they have over here.
Um, I do remember you mentioning them before. I don't think they were in the top 3, but
That is
I haven't
correct.
decided I do.
Who's the top one? Who's the top 3? Let's see. I'm doing this for a
Uh,
little bit now. Might be sinking in.
crypto, Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
um, Ethereum,
Yep.
and
1, 2.
that's it. I only know 2. The top
Ooh,
2.
so close. You had 2 out of the 3. Perfect. And we are going to go see. I don't even know how to get back out of this. So we're going to scroll down real slow. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Binance, I think. Ooh, Tether, but that doesn't count.
Whoa.
Tether doesn't
Oh,
count because I'll explain that. Binance.
Binance. Okay.
Yep. See, you have this US dollar coin, and you got to pay. These always are pegged at $1.
Mm.
So they're supposed to be. Tether's story is supposedly it has a 1-to-1 backing of US dollars to its tether. So for the 79 billion, it's supposed to have $79 billion in US dollars to back it.
So that's like when we did what was it? What was it called? The gold
Uh-huh.
standard?
It's
It's similar
exactly
same.
what they're trying to do. I
Okay.
laugh because it's not true, come to find out at all. Not even close. I think they have
Well,
like
yeah.
$40 billion, so they have half of it. And then the rest is like stocks. I mean, it's not. It's actually it's just like the real gold standard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what
right.
it
You're
is.
like,
It's
well.
just there for idea, but it was a good effort. The
Mhm.
reason that we know is because XRP is tied up in a lawsuit with the SEC. They're being investigated, which now it seems like they're gonna win, and it's gonna be a huge. It's gonna be an interesting thing. We'll get into that story probably in a few weeks.
Okay.
But I think their company has something to do with Tether. I forget how it works, but since all the records of XRP became public, then all the records of Tether became public, and so everybody got to see how all of it works. But your number 3 is Binance. Your number 4 would be XRP. Of course, we skip over US dollar coin. I don't have a story on them. One of these dollar ones is actually a good one, by the way.
Mm.
Kind of like they're kind of doing a decent job. This Tether one, you just got just be a little, I don't know, skeptical on it. That's all. And the funny thing is, they say if it fails, it like screws a bunch of stuff up too. So it's always bad. Um, then you got Cardano, and then you got Solana. So I've been staying away from XRP personally, for no financial reasons, just because things tied up in lawsuits. Just I don't know whether they're legitimate or not. I like the wait and see kind of
Mhm.
attitude. Why rush in? Yeah, you can possibly win or not win, but just let them resolve their stuff, and then hopefully they're good to go. But I like Cardano a lot. I like Solana a lot because those are real um, blockchains that are being adopted very wide. Binance is widely adopted, and Ethereum is the most widely adopted. Bitcoin you can't really build much off of. So
And is that because it's so expensive or because there's only some like a set amount
I think it's
that
just
there will ever be?
I think it's because it's mainly for financial transactions. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never looked to see why people aren't building any of the NFT. Like there's nothing. I don't know if it's their network doesn't support, like their architecture doesn't support it. I don't know. They're changing things. There's this whole Lightning network. Um, we we we've only really touched the tip of the iceberg. Or no, we're a little past the tip, but there's still a
And
lot more.
we're
Yeah.
still not to the I can't remember what it's called. Like the where the sea level.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we're just
Those
done.
are big words that I
Yeah,
couldn't think
words. But what's another good one that because we when we're minting stuff, we'll scroll down a little bit. We're minting on Polygon, Matic, and so
I
that's
knew
way
there
down
was one
here.
that started with a P. I didn't think it was in the top three, but when I was trying to think of them, I was like, I feel like there's one that starts with a P.
And if you eliminate the BS ones, they're creeping up higher and higher. Like you got
Mhm.
another dollar one, so you got four so far that are dollars. So they're up, near 12 if you rank them. And then if you eliminate Bitcoin, because nobody's really programming. From our point of view, we probably won't focus. Like if there's something that we can do where it would apply to business and a lot more people than just investing or purely financial transactions, um, then we might look more at Bitcoin. And we'll talk about it always because it's top. But the rest of the projects where you actually have programming languages on them and you're building apps and apps, decentralized apps, dApps. But some of these projects will concentrate more on Dogecoin is a meme coin and Shibu is a meme coin too, but they're actually getting use cases, so we might look at them. Like Dogecoin, I think is getting ready to be used or is used for can be used for the superchargers for charging electric cars. So now you can
Hmm,
spend that. But
really? That's cool.
today we're going to be looking at Polygon Matic specifically. But back to this up here, Solana. They also we want to we really want to probably build on Solana. I think that's our target one. Solana and Matic are probably going to be our targets. Maybe a little Cardano, but they're still a little
And by
new.
build, you mean putting our NFTs or just
NFTs and building smart contracts, like looking
oh,
at
everything?
yeah, everything. I mean, we're going to continue on this side of things, building out permissioned blockchains, right? So those would be like
Yeah.
your private ones that businesses would use, and how maybe you would use those for item transactions or purchase orders, sales orders, things like that. Um, we'll see how that can apply to business. But picking picking the right blockchain is just like picking the right language. It's like what's your project? What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to use it? How are you trying to use it? And then you pick your language that goes with it, or you pick your tools, and then you can start building. So we won't know which one we're going to build off of, for sure. But as far as the NFTs go, Solana has a NFT market, but it's not. We're going to have to figure out which website it connects to because we'll see here in a minute when we get into OpenSea. Um, but right now we only have like Polygon, Ethereum as a choice, and I forget what the other one was. We'll see on there. And then if you scroll down a little bit further, I want to point another one out. Oh, here's another popular one that a lot of people like to program on, um, for just like playing around and things like that. It's Stellar, but we haven't talked about that one.
Mm-mm.
Do they have it in here? I don't know how it really falls in here.
What's that?
Interplanetary file system. I want to see. Do they have? Because it's a protocol. So yeah. Okay. So today we will also be talking a little bit. We're gonna look at this one where they have. Where did I pass it? Filecoin. Um. Right here.
There it is. 40.
So the idea is when you mint an NFT, which is just processing a block on the blockchain using a smart contract. And you have to have your file out there somewhere. So Filecoin just must be the project that uses the IPFS protocol. But when dealing with NFTs, you want to make sure that where their pointer is pointing for their image or their digital asset, that is what you're seeing, you got to make sure that is on a persistent network that's never going to be taken down. So if somebody doesn't pay their hosting fees, that will get taken down if they hosted it through, say, their Google Cloud share, right? And they decide to stop paying for their Google Cloud share. And now what happens to your file? It's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's minted. So there's really not anything you can do about it because it's just the way it is. And that gets into, we'll probably talk about it next week, where you have, how do you prove that you own it then if you don't have that? So it kind of gets interesting. But that's where you're working with artists and stuff like that. You shouldn't have that. And there's ways you can check to see where your stuff's at. So you can tell beforehand if they've minted it in a safe as possible system. But there's really, as I've been really investigating it, even this interplanetary file system, which is a peer-to-peer storage network. So think of it like torrents and stuff. It doesn't mean that you're still going to have always availability, because your file or your file pieces could end up on a handful of nodes or a single node. And if somebody shuts down their node, that it doesn't mean it's on every single node, is the way it works. And so if somebody's doesn't have good fast speeds, or whoever, one of those nodes isn't just a good node, then your picture may not come up quickly, or it may not come up at all. So there's a lot that you got to think about when you're getting into just the pure artwork thing. And I was thinking about that. That's an interesting problem, right? And so a way to solve that for artists would be, when we get into it here in a second, you can have unlockable content. So then you would unlock access to a file location where they could download it and keep it for themselves, right? That would solve that problem. Because then if you lose it yourself, hey, we've done the best you could. We put it out there. It's out there forever, fake forever. And then if that gets taken down, at least you still have your original asset.
Yeah. So I probably have more questions, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around that for some reason.
Mouse is going wonky.
That's a rough one. The new mouse is wonky.
Yeah. It's got a button that makes it move slow. And then the fast, just switch over real quick.
Is now a good time to take our quick break?
Let's finish our little news.
Oh, okay.
And then, because then when we come back, we'll get right into minting and talking about
perfect.
and looking at our thing. So I want to stay on this just for a minute, because I want to see how they're doing this. Blah 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 blah. Like your soda, neon. Oh, neon. I thought they were saying it was a neon machine up earlier. That's why, like, when they were talking about neon marketplace, neon Solana based. Oh, there we go. Google, please look that up. It's an NFT marketplace based off of Solana called Neon. Oh, that's how they're doing it. Okay. Everyone, the picture we're looking at, they have boxes inside the vending machine, which are going to give you some sort of key. Buyers can pick a collection. Will have to punch in a number to dispense a specific box. Don't reveal. Neon's vintage, more like a physical alternative to online, which involves blind purchasing tokens. Blah, blah, blah. The machine currently has 2 different kinds of NFTs. Party pigeons.
So Neon has a website as well.
Awesome website like OpenSea.
I haven't explored it too much, but possibly. It's called neonapp.com.
So we'll save that and look at that on another time, because we're gonna mint on OpenSea, but I would much rather mint not on OpenSea. Not for any reason. I just want to have alternatives. So and right now they kind of cornered the market. So something interesting I want to point out. Nothing to do with what the Freedom Convoy was fighting for or against, but they raised money in Bitcoin. And what was interesting is the Canadian government shut down bank accounts and stuff. And you think of Bitcoin as decentralized, so then there would be no way to stop it, right? But you got to remember, it's on the public ledger, so everybody can see where everything goes. And eventually it has to get transferred into fiat money. And so what governments can do, they can't regulate Bitcoin, but they can regulate the exchanges that give you the fiat money for your Bitcoin. So always keep that in mind when you think that using cryptocurrencies is going to be untrackable and unstoppable, to where governments or people in general can't shut off your people in authority can't shut off your money. It's tricky, because you just have to find an exchange that isn't shut down. So in this case, I think they said that it all went to, I forget what, Coinbase and somewhere else, and they were able to shut them down. But they got it out before they could shut them down. So it's interesting. And then they found there's still a little bit left. But just the reason I brought this story up is because of the fact that you can use cryptocurrencies to subvert some things, but you can't subvert everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what I wasn't familiar with this story.
Yeah. I don't want to get into any of the political side of it, but
yep, that's totally fair.
It does point out the flaw. Like, they won, but they didn't win. I mean, they lost like barely any Bitcoins. Like, they were able to get all but 4 or something out, but they had to split it across multiple accounts, and they had to be sneaky. And it's almost just like being sneaky for your regular bank account. Same idea, but governments and people in authority can shut down bank accounts a little quicker, but they can still shut down your Bitcoin avenues. That's all. And then they'll watch and they'll sit on those wallets forever. So if you have to get money out quick, you need to get it out quick. That's it. Don't think you can hold it and come back to it. It's not like you can put it in a wallet and then come back to it years later. They'll find that, especially if they're wanting to find it.
So like all those crime movies and stuff, they're like, when I get out of prison, I've got a payday coming.
Yeah, you don't do that with cryptocurrencies. No. You only do it if you legitimately got the cryptocurrency, then you sit on it forever. That's it. But if you didn't legitimately get it, you need to get it out of an exchange as quick as get the money back out of it as quick as possible. And I don't know how you do it without getting tracked, because I mean, you would have to go to a lot of links due to the fact that you got to have like real information to set up most exchanges. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't dabble in that world, so who knows. But next, real quick, and then we're gonna take our break. Smart contract uses. Yeah, we're just gonna save these because it doesn't have anything to do with today.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, interesting. Something. This has to do with a little bit of NFTs. Blockchain voting will be coming to an election near you soon.
Oh, I like that.
A Japanese startup has been given a grant to develop a blockchain voting system for elections. That would be a cool little project.
That would be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that would be relatively easy in concept, right? It's just a voting system, so you just collect votes. Everybody gets a vote. You can't duplicate it. You'd have to trick it. That'd be cool. We'll have to see, like, do you get an NFT? Do you get, like, your token, and then you turn your token in to be able to vote? I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. So, all right, break time. And we will be back in 5 minutes, which will be 6:37. And then we will do 23 minutes on minting because I don't think it's a very long process.
Awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Testing. Oh, I was checking my mic for a second. It didn't look like it was showing up. Funny.
What?
Nothing. I was like when I said the last few things, I looked over at the sound when I was getting ready to turn the sound on it, and the sound bar wasn't bouncing. I was like, oh no, my mic hasn't been working this whole time. So my break was gonna be for a second fixing things, but it looks like it's all right.
Oh.
Back to break time.
Okay, see you in a few.
Yep. Oh, then you can see my lips moving without them really moving. Doesn't let me Look like I'm trying to eat the eggplant. How's this website looking? Still need to fix this.
I'm back.
All
Can
right.
you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Think everyone else can hear you too.
I hope so. Otherwise they're missing some gold.
Yeah, I was trying to eat you.
Ooh.
While they were waiting, but I can't lean over far enough with my mouth open. It's funny. I can do it in real life. I just can't do it in the avatar world. It's like, ah.
Weirdo.
I know. Well, that's like I was kind of thinking breakfast, getting hungry, and then I'm a bear, But I don't know if bears eat eggplants. So,
Probably not.
probably not.
I don't know. They might. They're omnivores. Is that the right one?
Mm-hmm.
That eat meat and plant?
Meat and eggplant.
Meat and eggplants. Yep.
All right. So, first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get Metamask. If you haven't already got Metamask, it only takes a few minutes to set up. There are other wallets. So what Metamask is, it's a crypto wallet and a gateway to blockchain apps. There you go.
Oh.
That's a pretty good explanation. It's hackable, so be leery. When I say that, it's not to scare you. It's just don't think that things are safe. I don't know. People are always trying to trick you to get your crypto. People are trying to get into your wallets, trying to get you to install things that you shouldn't install. So it is an extension. I don't have any other extensions installed currently, just to make sure that nothing can get into my MetaMask at this moment. But just pay attention to what else you have, what you're downloading, what you're always putting on your computer, what you're clicking. But
That's good advice.
Other than people doing bad things themselves, usually it's a safe product. But there aren't too many options if you want to play in this world, and this is a pretty good one. They just combined with another digital wallet group, I believe. Do they have news? No. I bet it's in their blog.
Maybe on the blog.
Which makes it even better because, yeah, my crypto to MetaMask. So they did a team up. It's like the best image ever. That's hilarious. Right?
Yep.
And so
high five.
This would be the fun thing if it didn't cost money to mint things. It'd be so much fun just to like mint things for people and be like, hey, I made an NFT of your cool little picture. Here's a present. Mm-hmm. Just do it for them. It'd be kind of cool. And then if you want to distribute it, it'd be cool. But so they teamed up with somebody else that's been around forever. They're trying to always make their product better. So I think they're a good product. I give them, I don't know if I give them a stamp of approval. I just give them an endorsement. They're good.
You're going to give them 4 stars?
Yeah, I was trying to think of what I wanted to give them, and then I was like, well, then all of a sudden they're going to be like set up for this worst thing ever, and they're going to be like, Jeff, you endorsed me. Yeah, horrible. So we downloaded it already. Then you just click up here, and it says welcome back. I want to make a new one, but I don't know. Oh well.
I guess it was a pretty straightforward install though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so we won't worry about it. So we'll log into our MetaMask wallet. I'm going to do it on another browser tab. I wonder if that works. Let's minimize this and do it over here. Because I don't want anybody to see my circle password.
Yep. We only want to see your 12 words. Luckily, they have a little video, but your phrase or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's basically next, 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 and then you get your password. I mean, you just type in a password and then it's a bunch of accepts. Okay, let's see. Did this work? Am I in? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
With all my monies.
All your Matics.
And so we're probably going to rebrand our test wallet that we're showing everybody. So don't consider this the main wallet that you'll be getting our NFTs from.
Right.
We'll have a private one that we'll send, and it'll probably be clear. We'll see. We're still playing with it too. But the first thing, when you first log in, you'll be on the Ethereum main network. And you will see that I have 0 Ethereum in there. And that's because we haven't put any real money in.
Oh, I thought it was because we were poor.
That too. We don't want to put real money into our poor fake wallet.
Yeah.
And then you won't have this Moonbuy and you won't have mine, but you'll have these other test networks. And if you don't, you may have to hit, it doesn't show up anymore. You might have to hit this little thing that says show test networks. And I don't see.
I don't think mine had that.
Yours didn't have that either? Okay.
I don't think so. I think I just went straight to add network to see.
Yep. So then you'll hit add network. And if you forget where you got to go, you just go to the Polygon. Oops. Testnet Faucet. And this is how do you get free stuff? So here's the setup that you can use, but they have different ones depending on who you look at. Okay. So
what do you mean who you look at? Sorry.
I don't know what they mean, but they have different RPC URLs and different block explorers.
Okay.
And when I say who, what do you mean by different people? Where you go to get your information about how to set it up, and I don't know if it's just like the endpoint and then it just routes back through. I'm not sure how that exactly works because I'm going to try to find one that shows which one we set up, but we'll show you in a second, anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you meant like if for it to hook up to like OpenSea or
no, it's just to connect to that Polygon faucet that we'll use here in a second.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
thank you.
And so then we're gonna look at ours because this is the one that we settled on, which is the Matic Vigil. I think is how I would say that. Oh, I want to capitalize this.
Yes.
I just showed it in an example I saw somewhere else. So this is what you set up, and once you do that, you can close this, and now I would have 0 if you just started, and then you can come to this Polygon Faucet, and before you do that, you want to copy right here, and this ID is your wallet's ID. This is semi-safe to give out. I say that being like that they have to be able to know where to send something to you. So when we ask for, I think we still have, I don't know, 12 more slots open for our free NFT. Something like that. We'll get a number on Saturday. But we need your wallet IDs to be able to airdrop stuff to you. It's just the fact. We can't do anything. We can't give it to you if we don't have that. And you'll see right here when I go to the faucet, for them to send me some free tokens, and I can pick what do I want. What kind of test tokens do I want? I want some Matic. I'm going to paste my wallet ID in there, and I'm going to submit. And then it's like confirm the following details, get a Matic token. and transfer it to this wallet. Sweet. I'm going to be rich. Testmatic tokens are going for like millions of dollars right now. So make sure you hold on to
fake
those.
dollars.
And you saw that I had two, what'd you say? Millions of fake
Fake dollars.
Yeah, Monopoly money.
Yep.
And now I have 2.5. But you're like pretending to program. You just tried to transfer one Matic and you only got 0.5. What's going on?
Yeah, what's up with that?
And Darcy says,
gas fees?
Yes. It took gas to get to our wallet. So think about driving that poor little Matic over to our wallet from the originator wallet. And, you know, they had to stop and get some gas.
Yep. I guess this is a good way to learn and be reminded about gas fees too.
During the testing, you get knocked.
So.
Like you don't even get a whole Matic right off the bat. You get knocked. Like, yeah. Hey, remember, there's gas fees, and we're gonna take that off your test one. Yeah, it was funny because if you come back over here and try to do it again. Oh, okay, let me do it because we had talked long enough. I'm gonna do it again real quick. Yeah, see? I'm gray listed. I don't ever want to get to blacklisted, so I just stop right here and wait for extra minutes. But yeah, that was like the first time I was like, wait, you chipped me. It took me a second to remember. And then you don't get it exactly right away. So now we're up to 3. And that's how you get some testing stuff. Cool?
Very cool.
Even though our testing stuff didn't work very well, but
I thought it went okay.
No, we weren't able to buy them from each other, were we?
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah.
we weren't.
We still haven't been able to get past that. We can give them to each other.
Yeah. We can give each other stuff all day, but we can't sell it.
Yep. And so we got just 11 more minutes because we're really stopping here hard at 7. For us at 7. But the next step, so now we got our MetaMask wallet. We have some Matic in it. You really don't need Matic to do testing on OpenSea, I don't think, if memory serves me right. So we're on OpenSea. That doesn't seem good because it doesn't have test anywhere in it. So we're going to go to testnets.opensea.io. And if you don't remember that, just look it up. Huh?
I just was laughing because that was awesome. If you don't remember, just remember to look it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Google, but we promote Google enough, so just look it up. Everybody, it's like Zipper.
Read between the lines. I'm not gonna say Google.
Yeah, just use your favorite search engine. Just Google. I try to use other search engines here and there, and they're just not as good.
Yeah, no, I know. I always at work we don't really use Chrome and Google, so I always have a different browser for all my looking stuff up because I can't find anything otherwise.
No, I know.
Like, Google understands me.
It does. It understands. And is that because we've learned how to use it better? I don't think so, though. I don't know. I consider myself a really good searcher on the normal networks, right? We're not talking about the hidden dark nets.
Right.
That's a whole nother world. But on normal networks, I think you and I are really, really good at finding things and finding them quickly. That's the other thing. Quickly and accurately. But yeah, without Google, I tried to use Bing the other day. It wasn't the best.
But I know every time I can't find something, that's the first thing I look. I'm like, am I
am I in the right search engine? It's like, why am I not finding this? First check.
Yeah, every time.
All right, so make sure you're on Testnets, OpenSea, so you're in the testing one. Then you're gonna go to, let's see if we click here first. I already got it. I'm already connected. So I'm gonna go back to their main page and hit create. Yes, you hit create first. And this is what you really need to pay attention to. So if you haven't been listening to any of our banter or anything we've said, if you want to mess with NFTs and you want to mess with wallets and Metamask and OpenSea and pretty much any NFT marketplace, this is where people can steal things from you, everyone.
In the signature request?
I believe this is, I'm going to go with 85% sure. So I'm not really confident, but I'm pretty confident. My 85 is kind of like my pretty confident.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna write it down so we can look in. I want to look into that more. I'm curious.
Because this is saying, message, welcome to OpenSea. Click here and to sign in and accept the OpenSea terms of service. This request will not trigger a blockchain transaction or cost any gas fees. Your authorization status will reset after 24 hours. But what I believe this is also, if you look at that terms of service, which is OpenSea's TOS, nothing hidden, nothing sneaky, but they have access to your wallet at this point. So just, if you get this from somebody that isn't something you know what you're doing, like you know what they are, I would be a little leery. Just make sure. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
like
sign.
all the emails and stuff. You don't just click on stuff. You have to make sure
This
that
is
the
this is like the
URLs
first,
are.
yeah. Yep, exactly. The emails and everything, just like what you said. Because this is the first time we're really pointing out. You got to kind of pay attention to this one. So we're going to hit sign because it's what we tried to do. And we're going to create a new item. Do we have our collection to make sure I'm in the right spot? Yay. Cool. All right. So create a new item. It's simple. You just pick your picture. So we're going to pick one of our pictures. We're going to go this one. Did we mint this one yet? I don't think we minted this one yet. Make sure we're gonna fix these.
Yeah,
Because
we have more
oh, go ahead.
editing to do. We have more editing to do with the pictures.
Yeah, but what's interesting is so you format it for whatever thumbnail it's being displayed in, which doesn't mean that's the best format for it overall. So this is something that artists will want to think about, and where we were getting back into sending people originals or an image file that they can download after they buy your NFT. I think that would be really big. But then because you can still download an image, you can save it, you can right click on it and save it from any link, right? We've all saved cool little pictures or something, or downloaded people's photos or things like that. So that's nice, but it never gives you it in a good format. And, being able to give it in a good format would be nice. So just something to think about. I wouldn't get too focused on making this perfect, but you do want to display. You want to put your best foot forward when you're displaying on the website of wherever your marketplace is. It's kind of silly not to. But then that may not be the best format to display it on whatever your target location, final destination is going to be. So say you were buying an NFT that is your little circle thumbnail picture, your profile picture, right? Well, this image overall probably wouldn't be the best for that. So things to think about when, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to display it in a frame? Are you going to put it on your website? What are you going to do with it? We're going to call it cool picture because my fingers are tired and don't want to do anything this morning. And then we can do an external link. I would recommend linking back to, this is what's really cool. We're going to go here to this page because we already linked one of ours to something else. To our get in touch page.
Excellent video, by the way, if anybody ever wants to watch it.
We should mint this. We can mint the video.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I know. We're just going to have so much out on the internet and then just forever, just silly stuff. Oh, something to talk about in the next episode possibly is DTube. That kind of sounds dirty too.
Yeah, it totally does.
It's like our other thing that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But decentralized YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Putting up videos and a whole decentralized video thing. It's just starting, all this is early. People are like, oh, doubting it, just like anything. But there's two different sites, I think, and stuff like that. So just things taken off. But yes, this is an awesome video. Please watch it if you haven't. Well, what you can do here is you can put an external link. And what I would recommend, we don't have a good one for this image, but what you would do is you would put this. It just took a second to flip from our page over in my other screen
Oh.
on the delay. It caught my attention. I was like, were we just blank the whole time? So we got 3 minutes to finish this, which is just enough time. But what you'd want to put here in this external link is information about this artwork. So a little description, a little captions, stuff like that. In addition to your description. So like additional information, maybe like what you did, your inspiration, things like that. I don't know. Then you will want to pick what collection. We already created a collection. Since we're a little tight on time, we will talk about that more if we need to, but we might switch over to Solana's network next time.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. And then properties. So these are just metadata that you can add, which this is really the cool thing I want to point out because we don't understand properties, levels, stats quite yet. You can read just like I can read. So traits, more traits about progress bars, stuff about numbers. Who knows? I think this is where you can do like, is the collection a 1 of 5 or a limited edition, things like that. Properties would be like, is it a rare things like that. So it's got a special color and things like layers that we're going to do programmatically here in the future. Because this is the manual way of doing it. So for the non-techie people that don't want to mess with code, this is exactly what you would do. Then in unlockable content, this is where you would link to your file to download or access keys or anything like that. What's that, Darcy?
Oh, I was just saying, just like that. Because we were talking about it before, and that's what you would put here.
And then do you want to put explicit content? How many do you want to mint? So, well, first, we can't change it if it's on Rank B. But if it's on Polygon Mumbai, see how we can go to, we can pick Mumbai. So that's what we want to pick for our blockchain because that's what we just got money through. We can do as many as we want. Keep in mind, there's fees and gas, and I wouldn't do just tons. It'd just be realistic to start out with. So we're going to do, let's do 5 because we did 10 last time. And then you can't freeze your metadata, and we're going to create this real quick. Ooh, we just created. Oh, see, it does look better once it gets to there. That's interesting. Very important to play on the test network. Very important to get comfortable before you do anything. Ooh, and we can share. Ooh, this could be kind of cool. So now, what do we have? Oh, what were you? What'd you say?
Oh, it just says "woot, woot." You created a picture.
And then we don't have created by you. We have some details of what it is. This is what is the contract address. And then here's what you'll want to pay attention to. It says you, and we'll come into somebody else, but this is our wallet. So then you can tell, oh, I guess I already did mint this one. Funny. Already picked it before. Something else to think of. People can remint the same pictures. But you want to make sure that it's under the umbrella of your artist. If it's not, again, be leery of where it's coming from. Maybe somebody bought one of ours and then they're reselling it. That's cool, but make sure it's not a fake, that it's not a knockoff. Make sure that the history trail of it shows that it is originated from the original ones. You know what I mean? From your original artist. Because you can't change the picture. So nobody came in and did funky stuff with this. But, and then here's like, if you want to reveal unlockable content, see? You can put free stuff in there. That's kind of cool. This is our other one. This is the one that we're giving away.
Yep.
And all we got to do to give it away is transfer. As see, then you send it to the wallet address. This is why it's important to be able to send to wallet addresses. Cool?
Yes. I can't believe we have any of these left.
I know. We only got We only have 8 left out of our
We
10, even though we did 20. But so that's it for today. That was a good short show.
It was good. I liked it. We learned lots of stuff. Had lots of conversation.
Next week, we'll wrap up minting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll move on to other blockchain uses.
Can't wait. I have so many questions.
And when I say wrap up minting, we may spend 4 more episodes on minting.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
We've been minting forever. Haven't we been NFTing forever? So it's time to move on.
But it's so much fun.
Well, if our audience wants to listen to it more, then they will message us or put in chat, hey, let's do some more on minting. Let's talk about this because I'm an aspiring artist and I want to get in on this game. And we will revisit anything that anybody wants to talk about.
Yep.
We will deeper dive, but the problem is that we want to expose everyone to a lot of stuff. So we can't dive too deep too often.
That's true.
But if we need to, if that's what the people demand.
That's what the public want.
Yeah.
They're like, we need more of what you guys do.
Yep.
Be like, okay.
Yep, we'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, please, if you want to practice or learn about the NFT game privately, we would be happy to help you. There will, this offer only extends, until we blow up and have millions of followers. Because we can't help everyone at the same time. But currently, especially getting our free NFT out to everybody, we will be very happy to help you and make sure that it lands safely and that you can show it to all your friends and family. And if you have special requests for background colors, we may be able to accommodate that too. We were playing around with that, but
again, only in the short term.
Yes, again, only in the short term. If you listen to this 10 years in the future and you're like, man, I can go talk to Pretending to Program and they own the world, and they said that they would just listen to me, and that'll still be true, but you have to talk to our people first.
Yeah. Our people's people.
Our people's people. All right. Well, enough being silly. So we will see everybody or hear everybody on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we'll be here.
So
we're gonna do another tech talk.
Tech talk.
Can't wait.
Woo! Tech talk. All right, how are we exiting today? Last time was just like cold shut off.
Yeah, last time we ripped off the Band-Aid. I say why don't we just like move around like weirdos for a minute, and then
wish we had arms. Wait. Let's see. How do we do our cool little stuff? Oh wait, I gotta bring up animes before I can type things. Like mine's not really working well. Oh, I got big cheeks. You see my big cheeks?
No, I didn't. Here, let me make our thing bigger.
Got big cheeks.
Now I can see it. I don't remember how to do stuff. Whoa, you made yourself really big.
Yeah, being silly. Scroll wheel on animes. Scroll wheel. What's your? Oh, you got that weirdo hand. That was a weirdo hand. Oh, you just
now I got big cheeks
ballooned
too.
out. I don't know if those are big cheeks.
Are you calling me fat?
No, I think that was some badonkadonk. That was a little junk in the trunk there. All right. Bye, everyone.